Let's start with a truth that nobody in Dubai wants to hear. The AI business gold rush isn't about AI. It's about marketing. If you've scrolled through YouTube or TikTok lately, you've seen the formula. A guy with a rented watch and a ring light tells you that the window of opportunity is closing. He says you can start an AI automation agency with zero experience, zero technical skills, and zero money. He calls it the greatest wealth transfer in human history. I call it a classic pump and dump scheme. Look, Inception Beacon is a startup specialist. Our job, our actual day job, is helping people build infrastructures that don't fall apart when a software update rolls out. And right now we are seeing a massive wave of founders who are building businesses on a foundation of pure hype. They aren't building companies, they're building digital sandcastles. In this video, we aren't going to talk about prompts or hacks. We're going to talk about the structural reality of 2026. Welcome to Inception Beacon, and we're here to ignite startup success for new founders. To begin with, here's reason number 1. The rent-a-business trap. The first reason this rush is a scam is what I call the wrapper trap. Most of these new AI businesses are just wrappers. That's technical speak for a business that just puts a pretty interface on top of someone else's engine. You're essentially a middleman between a customer and a giant like OpenAI or Google. Think of it like this. You decide to open a pizza shop, but you don't own the oven, you don't own the dough, you don't even own the recipe. You're just the guy who takes the order and hands it to the shop next door. You're renting your entire value proposition. Now here's why that's a disaster. In business, you need a moat, something that keeps competitors out. If your only value is, I made a ChatGPT bot for law firms, your moat is about half an inch deep. Because on Monday morning, OpenAI can and will release a lawyer mode for free. And just like that, your $200 a month subscription service is worth zero. You are building your dream home on a rented lot, and the landlord is currently looking at your blueprints to see if he can do it better. In 2026, the giant tech companies aren't your partners, they are your biggest competitors. If you aren't adding a layer of human expertise or proprietary data that they can't touch, you aren't a founder. You're a temp worker for big tech. This is where the background in IT and cybersecurity makes the founder of Inception Beacon the party pooper at the AI Hype Fest. Reason number 2, the cybersecurity no-go zone. The gurus tell you to go pitch enterprise clients. They say, go to a $50 million company and tell them you'll automate their customer data. If you actually do that, you'll be laughed out of the room. Why? Because real companies are terrified of AI. And they should be. When an amateur AI agency sets up a tool for a client, they rarely think about data sovereignty. They're feeding private, sensitive corporate data into a public model to train it. That data is now out in the wild. You've essentially created a massive digital leak for a company that spent 20 years protecting its trade secrets. Then there's the hallucination liability. If your AI bot promises a client a refund, or gives bad legal advice, or accidentally leaks another customer's social security number because it got confused, guess who is legally responsible? Hint, it's not the guy who sold you the $997 course on how to start an agency. Big businesses aren't looking for cool and fast. They are looking for compliant and secure. Most of the current AI tools are black boxes. We don't know exactly why they make the decisions they make. And in a world of strict privacy laws, a black box is a lawsuit waiting to happen. If you can't explain the infrastructure, you can't sell to the people with the real money. I won't waste much of your time, but before we continue, do yourself a favor and smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a beat. Also, Inception Beacon just released its first book, The 48-Hour Startup, the no-nonsense guide for people who hate business books. Available now. Click the link below in the description to grab a copy. Okay, back to the video. Then you have reason number 3, the quality death spiral. Now, let's talk about the technical wall we are hitting. It's called model collapse, and it's the dirty little secret of the AI industry. AI models were trained on the collective knowledge of the internet, billions of pages of human-written text. But as of 2026, we've basically run out of human data to scrape. So what are the new models being trained on? They're being trained on the output of other AI models. It's the photocopy effect. If you take a photo, then photocopy that photo, then photocopy the copy, eventually all you have is a gray smudge. That's what's happening to the intelligence of these tools. They are starting to lose their edge. They're becoming more confident in their lies and less capable of nuance. If your business relies on AI to produce high-quality work, you are building on a tool that is actively degrading. You're seeing it already. Emails that sound uncannily robotic, blogs that say a whole lot of nothing, and code that is riddled with logic errors. The gold rush assumes that artificial intelligence will just keep getting smarter forever. But physics and data limits are saying otherwise. We are entering the era of average. If you aren't bringing a human brain to the table to filter that average output, your customers are going to realize they can get average for free without you. Finally, reason number 4, the lazy founder myth. The most dangerous part of this scam is the lazy founder mindset. These courses promise that you can set it and forget it. They tell you that AI will do the work, AI will find the clients, and AI will manage the business. But here's the problem. If anyone can do it, everyone will do it. When the barrier to entry is zero, the value of the service eventually becomes zero. Why would a business pay you $2,000 a month for an automated lead gen system when they can hire a college kid to run the same prompt for $10 an hour? This is a race to the bottom. And in a race to the bottom, the only winner is the person who is willing to be the poorest. That's not a business. That's a trap. The people who win in 2026 are the ones who use AI to move fast, but who solve problems that are actually hard. Problems that require a phone call. Problems that require a security audit. Problems that require a person to stand behind the work and say, I built this and I'm responsible for it. We've spent 2 years trying to replace humans with AI. The next 2 years will be spent trying to find the humans who actually know how to use it safely. The gold rush is going to end. It always does. The gurus will delete their channels and move on to the next trend. But the infrastructure will still be here. We didn't start Inception Beacon to sell you a dream of passive income while you sleep. We started it because we believe in building things that last. We believe in done-with-you strategy, where the human stays in the loop. If you want to move past the hype and learn how to actually launch a business that survives the next decade, you're in the right place. We focus on the unsexy stuff: security, registration, and scalable systems. Stop chasing the gold. It's a distraction. Start building your beacon. If you'd like to learn more about why you're too scared to start, check out the video that is recommended here on the screen. Go watch it to see if you can relate. As always, thanks for watching. This is Inception Beacon, and I will see you in the next one.